Alright, y'all. Have to get this video out today. So, we have Kurapika Kurta versus Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. There's a stipulation, though, there's limits on Kurama, right? This man is using his Season 1 version versus Kurapika Full Power. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an even match. It'll be one-sided, for sure. Um, but with that being said, we'll get into it. We have two scenarios. We have scenario one, which is in the Yu Yu Hakusho, or in the Hunterverse. They're fighting in the NGO. And then in the Yu Yu Hakusho world, they're fighting at Sariasuke Junior High. With that being said, we have strength going to Kurama. Um, Remember, this is season 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho, so Kurama is Suichi Minamino. Even so, Kurama's still, physically capable. Not saying that Kurapika ain't physically capable, but compared to Kurama, yeah, he has physical strength in that department. Now we have speed. Speed, who's faster out of these two? I give it to Kurama in this situation. Kurama isn't known for being fast necessarily. He's quick, he's fast, but he's not known for being his speed. That's more of a EA thing. However, Kurapika is definitely not known for his speed either. Out of the two, he's faster. We got durability, Kurama. Kurama used to be a demon. Even as a human being with softer skin per se, or whatever, he's still tougher than other guys. And now it'd be a human being in Kurapika that he's going against. So yes, he's more durable. He can handle more attacks with no apparent damage, right? Endurance is also going to Kurama. Even if they're fighting in the NGO, it doesn't matter. Kurama knows environments. And it's not even about that here with endurance. With endurance, he can stay in the fight a lot longer than Kurapika can. So intelligence, then, we're giving that to Kurama as well. Kurama's not an idiot. He plans accordingly for any situation. He takes, he has backup plans and shit like that as well. And this man's a tactical genius. You know, strategies are pretty damn good, right? When he has to, plan for somebody. Experience goes to Kurama. Kurama was a demon for a long time before he was a human being. It's just, him changing form, taking up a new kind of life. Still not ever forgetting who he is, his past and shit, right? And it helps him in this fight. That's why I'm saying his experience is over Kurapika. We got close skills going to Kurama. Kurapika's not really that good at close skills, compared to Kurama. And Kurama don't really use close skills too much either, but he does more than Kurapika. Range skills, though, I'll give it to Kurapika. Kurapika has the Conjuring Nen chains, right? He has that at his disposal. He'll be using that a lot during this fight with Kurama. Recovery, I'm also giving it to Kurapika. Kurapika showed feats of the healing chain, right? When he fought against Uvoge. That's going to be at play here, but it's still, you'll find out. Hacks and abilities, that goes to Kurama. Though he's not using Yoko, there's no Yoko form here. He's only in Suichi Minamino form. Even without the Yoko form, he still is a... Goddamn, he has the Rose Whip. The Rose Whip is tough. This shit breaks, solid rock, right? He has the demon seeds that he can plant within, bodies and then cause them to bloom. That's a winning condition for Kurama here. Environment goes to Kurapika, but it's still not, giving him enough of an advantage in this fight. As this fight goes to Kurama, mid difficulty. Now we move over to Yu Yu Hakusho world, and it's basically the same thing. Strength goes to Kurama, speed goes to Kurama, durability goes to Kurama, endurance goes to Kurama, intelligence goes to Kurama, along with experience going to Kurama as well. Close skills go to Kurama, and also range skills go to Kurapika still. Kurapika has his Nen chains. Recoup Kurapika. Even though one could make a case for Kurama, even though he hasn't shown that, we know that he has the capabilities to like feed people medicine and shit like that. So, but we've seen it with Kurapika. That's why I give it to Kurapika. Hacks, Kurapika has his Kurtai, so he can like use the chains longer and put conditions on them, make them more powerful. Even with all that, Kurama has that win con of the Rose Whip is fighting against the chains, right? But then he has the Demon Seed. He plants that in Kurapika during the fight. At any point in time, Kurapika's not gonna make those kind of calls in his mind, like, what happened to me? It'll be too late. He'll see a plant growing out of his cheek, and then it'll be too late. Environment goes to Kurama in the second scenario, and then Kurama also wins here. Mid difficulty. And it's only mid difficulty because Kurama likes to assess his opponent, like size them up, Let me like get attacked by my opponent real quick. Let me see what he's throwing at me real fast. Let me assess what he can do. Oh, let me take this guy a little more seriously. Or let me end this now. Because I do have the ability to end this now. Kurama basically has this shit in his hands either way. It don't matter what world we're fighting in. Kurama got that, boy. And like I had to use only season 1 form, because if I used season 2 form, or anything past season 1, this was like a no diff fight, man. With that being said, that is the fight between Kurapika and Kurama. Be cool, call on the corner, and let me know what you think in the comments.